49ers get revenge on Eagles behind Deebo Samuel's 3 touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey added another touchdown to this season's resume with 93 yards rushing. The last time the San Francisco 49ers were in Philadelphia, Brock Purdy suffered a UCL tear in an absolute dude of an NFC Championship game that saw the Eagles head to the Super Bowl. But the 49ers exacted their revenge on Sunday night, taking down the NFL's best team by record, 42-19, as they improved to 9-3 on the season. The Eagles fell to 10-2. Deebo Samuel, the veteran speedster for the 49ers, was a key reason why his team was able to dominate one of the best defenses in the league in Philadelphia. Samuel scored 3 of the 6 touchdowns San Fran put up on the scoreboard Sunday, and it was his pure speed and elusive abilities that made it happen. They all came in the second half, too. The 49ers had a shaky start to this game as the Eagles forced back-to-back 3-and-outs, though San Fran's defense held them to just 2 field goals for a 6-0 lead. That's when quarterback Brock Purdy got to work, going 85 yards on 11 plays to find Brandon Ayuk for the 49ers' first touchdown of the game. Just like that, despite the slow start, they had the lead. After some more stout defense, the 49ers went even further on their next drive, hauling 90 yards downfield with Christian McCaffrey adding yet another rushing touchdown to his resume from 2 yards out, making it a 14-6 game. That was the score going into halftime, and with the 49ers getting the ball first when play resumed, they wasted no time. This is where Samuel showcased his speed first, grabbing a tricky reverse run play from Purdy and taking it 12 yards to the right pylon for the 21-6 lead. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles would finally respond with their first TD score of the game, and you probably guessed it, as the brotherly shove of Hurts into the end zone from 1 yard out made it 21-13. But 5 plays later, Samuel came calling again. This time, Purdy found him in the middle of the field, and Samuel saw daylight. Normally, no one would have seen the small seam up the field as daylight, but Samuel used it to go 48 yards for his second touchdown. After Jawan Jennings found the end zone himself on the next drive after an Eagles punt, the game was basically out of reach. Hurts, who had to go into the locker room as he was in concussion protocol for a few minutes, would find Devonta Smith in the end zone to make it 35-19. But just to cap off the victory, Samuel took another Purdy pass, the distance toward the end of the game, this time carrying the ball 46 yards on a screen to make it 42-19. Samuel finished with 116 yards on just 4 catches while rushing for 22 yards on 3 carries to go with his scores. McCaffrey had 93 yards on 17 carries as well as 40 yards on 3 catches. Purdy was very efficient, going 19 of 27 for 314 yards with 4 touchdown passes and no interceptions. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, Hurts was 26 of 45 for 298 yards with 1 touchdown. The Eagles also struggled mightily on the ground, rushing for a team total of 46 yards, with Hurts 20 yards leading the team. Eagles star receiver A.J. Brown led the way with 114 yards through the air, and Smith had 96 yards on 9 grabs.